Hello, I'm Dr. Tsoi, the acupuncturist and the herbalist, of course, the artist. Today I'm going to talk about two things. Number one, I'm going to talk about this painting, and number two, I'm going to talk about how to be a best artist. So the first thing is I'm going to use this line. So use as you know, I use yin and yang 5 elements to create art. So the line I use to create by the artist. So the continuation. So for the energy flow, and sometimes you may see the lines as broken, but because of the continuation I do, and also after that I sign my signature on it. So that's why you can see the lines is a little different. But the whole feeling of the energy flow still continuation, and also still have the energy force. If you purposely wants to have this energy flow, usually you get this kind of feeling, unity, holistic, and feelings. So that's the purpose I try to achieve with the line. So that's belong to Yan. So then I use water mixed with acrylic color, so pour down the canvas, so they have an unexpected feeling, and so that's make a unexpected feeling. So that's belong to Yin, and of course the signature I sign. So I sign different places. So it's a little unexpected mixed. So that's a little unexpected feeling, but also because I have the signature in there, that's expected. So that's always have a yin and yang effect. So then, of course, the color with this art, so they have a blue colors is good for the liver, and the red is good for the heart, and the yellow is good for the digestion system, and the black is good for your kidney, and the white is good for your lungs. So that's the 5 elements of color. So that's a part of the universe. So everything, anything, so have those 5 elements of color. Of course, they have so many other way of 5 elements, but I just don't want to talk too much because it make you guys more confused. So I try to use the 5 elements of color to explain to you. And also, we talk about the yin and yang. Yin and yang is a universal law. So doesn't matter you like it or not like, you disobey or not. And the whole idea is that's the whole yin and yang system set up by the universe. So everything, anything, so have a yin and yang effect. So that's why even you know or not know or disagree or not you agree. So those all exist. So just like a sky, you cannot change. Earth, you cannot change. That's yin and yang. And a man, still man, you cannot change. And women, still women, you cannot change. Even sometimes they are born little different. Women like women, man like man, but that's just a little bit small amount of other balance. So just like the nature, sometimes not necessary 100% perfect. But in general, that's the law of yin and yang. And of course, they have a hot and cold, and outside and inside, and fast and slow, and economy booming and bust, and a lot of things. It's all related with yin and yang, family life, and not the country to country relationship. Everything have to be balanced. So if you throw them out of balance, so you create serious problems. So that's why, of course, some people is a little restless and always a little out of balance. So they need physically need help, or mentally need help, or spiritually need help. So you have to find out what they need. So these they are, of course, the size is 12 by 16, and oil, acrylic, mix, and canvas. And so this the paintings, you can see, it's more made from the scalp, and I try to how to get in touch with the ancestor of art. and so that's Picasso's portrait, and that's what's they look right now. And of course, you may disagree; they may look differently. I understand. So everybody have their own way to do things and enjoy things. And the other things is I'm going to talk about my opinion of how to be best artist. So the be a best artist. So I think the number one is to be yourself. So because the arts reflects on your system. So you be yourself, and you because you practice yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually, and you may take for a while to make things what's exactly what you want, but you have to tour to that direction. So you follow your physical condition, mental condition, and spiritual condition, and do exactly what you like. And so that's the beauty about the art, because so when you create art, so you create art to match with your physical, mental, and spiritual stage and condition. So of course, you different stage, the arts come out differently, and of course, you may want to. The whole idea is creating something so to uh, match with your physical condition, mental condition, and spiritual condition at the same time. So you may find that what you do, it's very unique because the artwork, people, every person is very unique. So that's why. So don't feel bad about somebody else's make arts different than you, and because their physical condition different, mental condition and spiritual condition is different, and so that's why everybody very have a unique condition. So make a unique art. So you need to continue to creating. Every day you creating just like people write books. So you create every day, and sometimes come out the way you want it. Sometimes not necessarily 100%, but at least you tour to the direction you want to do. So that's why be an artist. So you just keep doing, and bring your energy up, and get things what you like to do, and use a different way to do sculpture, writing, sketch, oil painting, watercolor. Anything is good. And the only thing is at the beginning, you may want to copy somebody, try to learn some technique. But the best way is to try to not purposely copy people. Because, see, you try to paint something you like to do and come out the way you want to do. And if you're going to purposely try to copy, that's not you, that's somebody else. And if you copy Picasso, that's Picasso. So you're part of a Picasso, but you're not yourself. So the best way is to try to be yourself. So not to be somebody or Rembrandt or Warhol. I see some paintings that look like Warhol paintings, and I see a lot of people just do their arts look like masters or somebody else's already did. So that's not necessarily good, because technically you're going to learn something, that's fine. But if you don't paint exactly what you feel, and the color you want, the line you want, the movements you want, and the depths you want, the thickness, the dryness, and to match with your physical, mental, and spiritual condition. So they are not going to come out exactly what they're supposed to be. So that's why be yourself, and art reflects on you. And if the art does not reflect on you, so that's not good art. And of course, you have to practice, be a good person, and try to do the right things, so the arts will come out much better. And I run off the time, so we're gonna talk more, and hope you enjoy my video. If you're interested, collect my work, so contact with my gallery. So I really appreciate it. Thank you.